You cannot go back to past glory. You cannot go back to past mistakes. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to tell someone about that means my YouTube channel, and do not forget to turn on your notification button so you can know when I post new videos. Welcome guys. Okay, so today I'm talking about 10 soft skills that will pay off forever, right? So there are some hard skills and there are soft skills, right? Soft skills are very, 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 very important. These are some of the things that we need to learn, some of the skills that we need to learn to build our character, to build ourselves, to elevate ourselves, right? So it's important that we are conscious of these soft skills and we try to imbibe them in every area of our lives, right? So nobody has it all figured out. We keep learning, we try to be the better version of ourselves every single day. So it's important that we are aware of some of the skills that we are lacking, and then we can improve on these skills, right? So this is not to shade anybody. This is not to say I am perfect. This is not to say I know it all, but these are some of the skills that I personally have been working on and I'm still working on, right? So I just thought I should share with you guys, okay? Right, so number one on my list is that we need to have confidence in ourselves, right? Confidence is very important. We need to be someone that is a confident person. You need to be seen as a confident person. So you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your potentials. You need to believe in the things that you can do. You need to be your own number one fan. Nobody's going to praise you. Nobody is going. Don't be waiting on anybody to praise you first. Don't be waiting on anybody to hail you. When last did you applaud yourself for your little wins, right? So you need to be confident in yourself, in what you can do, what you have done, and the greater things that you have not yet done, but you have the potential to do it. So that when there's an opportunity that comes, you don't see yourself as not being worthy to take advantage of that opportunity. You can take advantage of that opportunity because you know who you are. I am confident in yourself. You're confident in your ability, in your skills, in what you can do, right? So we need to be confident in ourselves, because I notice that if we're not confident in ourselves, we should change ourselves, right? We don't believe in ourselves and we don't think we can do or achieve greater things, but we can, because in each and every one of us there is a seed of greatness in us. So we need to bring it out. We need to believe in ourselves more and more, okay? Right? So confidence is important. You cannot overemphasize confidence. So please, number one, be confident in yourself, be confident in your own skin, be confident in your own timing. Don't compare yourself with different people, right? So confidence is important. Now, number two on my list is that you need to be consistent, right? So I know that it is easier said than done, right? But consistency is the key to success. Like they say, you need to keep at it. You don't give up. You don't give in, right? You need to keep trying whatever goals you set for yourself, whatever things you want to achieve in life. You need to keep trying, keep doing it every single day. If you want to be perfect in a particular kind of skill, you have to consistently do these things, and that's only when you can have perfection. I know that sometimes you get overwhelmed, you're not in the mood, you don't feel like doing it, but you need to get up. Sometimes you don't feel like going to work, but you need to get up and go to work. Yeah, it happens to me a lot of times. I am not really just in the mood to do anything, but I have to remind myself that if I'm not consistent at these things, then I will not be perfect at them. So consistency is the key to success, okay? Right? All right, so the number three on my list is that stop being hard on yourself. You've made the mistake, you made the mistake. Life goes on, shit happens, right? You cannot continue to blame yourself, continue to flog yourself over a silly mistake that you have made, because you really cannot change it. But if you continue to blame yourself, then you will not be able to move forward, okay? Now, the next on my list is stop living in the past, right? We cannot change things that have happened in the past. You cannot go back to past glory. You cannot go back to past mistakes. If you keep on bothering yourself about things that has happened in the past, you will not be able to move forward, okay? And number three and number 4 points are kind of intertwined. Stop being hard on yourself and stop living in the past, because if you continue to live in the past, all it's going to just hinder your growth. It will hinder your progress. So just let bygones be bygones, okay? Right? So number 5 on my list is that you need to stop criticizing, stop whining, and stop complaining. Do not be a nagger. There are some people that we just don't want to be around them because they're always complaining, either nagging, complaining about somebody that refused to help me, somebody that promised to help me, or always whining about how bad everything is. We already know things are bad. You don't need to remind us, and you don't need to give us that kind of energy all the time, right? So stop complaining, whining, criticizing people. That is all negative vibe. And the more you do that, you're not aware, but you are becoming a negative and a toxic person, and nobody wants to be around you. So you need to stop complaining and stop whining, okay? And move on to positive things and see light, beautiful things, or see light and beauty in everyone, and see positively, think positively, talk positively, okay? Now let's go to the next on my list is that you need to be humble. You need humility. You need to be humble. You mustn't be seen as a proud person. You might think you're not proud, but you once in a while, I think we should always check ourselves. We should check ourselves. Am I being proud right now? My actions, is it being proud? Am I being seen as an arrogant person? You know, the way I spoke, sometimes it's your tone, your body language, the way you look, your eyes, whatever. It might just show a little bit of arrogancy in you, but you're not just aware. So we need to consciously check ourselves if we're being proud, because pride is not a good thing, and pride is not from God. Remember, the Bible says pride comes before a fall. So you need to check yourself if you are being proud. You don't want to be a proud person. So you need to be humble. You need humility in your life to be able to move forward, so that people that are supposed to help you will not think that you got it all figured out and they leave you there. Meanwhile, you are there looking for who will help you. So don't allow your helpers to pass you by because they are what? Bugao. Alright, so let's go to the next on the list. Ability to communicate effectively. We need to have the ability to communicate effectively. Not everybody can effectively pass the message across or communicate across to someone else. So some people can be listening, but they're not hearing you. And some people can be hearing you, but they're not listening attentively to what you're saying. So we need to have ability to communicate. For example, you are a team member, you're a team lead. How do you effectively communicate your goals and strategies to your team members? Do they understand what you're saying? You just have the ideas in your head. Have you been able to bring it out in words that they understand completely what you're saying? So even in relationships, in life, we should be able to communicate effectively. So I might be saying something to you, but you're hearing something differently. Especially we women, we might be hearing something differently. Your husband will say something to you, but you are hearing something else and you're just ready to blow up and fight, right? So we need to work on our communication skills and also ensure that we are listening attentively, we are paying attention, and we are hearing the right thing. And so also we as women, or everybody, should be able to pass the information correctly. Like, so don't say, oh, I said that, but that was not what I meant. But if that's not what you meant, then don't say what you don't mean, right? So let's be able to say what we mean so that we don't get easily misunderstood. And the more you are misunderstood, the more you are making room for conflicts, and that can just really, really turn out bad. You can ruin relationships, friendships, and then affect your whole entire well-being. And then you will be seen as somebody that is easily misunderstood. And sometimes you might just decide not to bother to talk at all because people are misunderstanding you, not knowing that you're the one not communicating effectively. Okay, so we need to work on that. We need to pay close attention to communicating effectively, right? Okay, so the next one on my list is that we need to be empathetic. Not everybody knows how to show empathy. Some people are cold-hearted. You cannot be cold-hearted. You need to work on yourself, on your empathy, self-empathy. You need to work on yourself. Be nice, be kind, be gentle to people, be compassionate, be able to feel people's pain and be able to reach out to people that are struggling or suffering, be able to relate with people that are going through challenges and show empathy to them and give, be able to help if you have the ability to help. But don't just look the other way when you see people suffering and you have the ability to help them. You just look the other way. That's not being empathetic. You need to have empathy and show empathy. Let them know that you are a compassionate and empathetic person. Okay? Alright, the next on my list is that you need to listen more. Learn to listen more. Learn to stop talking all the time. Don't be the talkative in the room. Always talking. Learn to listen more. Pay attention to what people are saying. Don't be the one that just want to talk and talk and talk. You don't want to hear what people are saying. People will run away from you. People will not want to talk to you. But you need to pay attention to people and listen more as people are communicating to you so that you will be able to understand what they're saying, digest the information, and if you're going to provide a solution, you are providing an informed solution or you are giving an informed decision. You're making an informed decision because you listened attentively. Right? This if you listen more, it's going to reduce misunderstanding. So it's good you pay attention and listen more. Okay? Don't be the talkative in the room all the time. Your mouth is running like a typewriter. Stop, wait, and listen. Okay? Thank you. The next on my list, the last but not the least, time management. Guys, we need to know how to manage our time. Remember, the Bible also said, number your days. If you don't number your days, you'll not be able to manage your time. Know that the time is short. Time is flying. So set your priorities right. Do the most important things. Number your days. Set your priorities right. Have time management. Know when to be playing, watching Netflix. Know when you should be working hard and know how to balance and manage your time, because if you waste time, time waits for no man, right? So ensure that you manage your time effectively and appropriately, because there are a lot of things that are out there to take your time, especially social media. And for me, it is Instagram and YouTube. Okay, so I'm still working on that. So we need to cultivate an habit of allocating time for different things. Time, how many hours do you want to be online? 1 hour, 30 minutes, and that's it. How many hours do you want to do Netflix? 1 hour, 30 minutes, and that's it. Set time for other things. Set time for family and friends. Set time for your loved ones. Set time for work. Set priorities and set boundaries. Okay? Alright, guys, I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that these soft skills are very, very important and you should take note of them. Okay, till I see you next time. Bye.